जाए तो जाए कहाँ, समझेगा कौन यहाँ, समझेगा कौन यहाँ. Good morning to all of you. Good morning to all of you. We all perish, we all die. From dust to dust, from ashes to ashes. From dust to dust, from ashes to ashes. The traditional or the cultural, the ancestral, historical, mythological, over the course of several hundreds and thousands and even millions of years, what happens when a person, man, woman, child dies? The dead body has to be somehow disposed. The disposal methods where still are cutting the dead bodies into pieces and giving it to the birds to eat happens in some places still. And the most common one is to bury into the soil the dead body, either just as a body or inside a box, which is usually called the coffin. You know all this. And also there is a thing called funeral pyre. You go to our Arjya Ghat, Pasupatinath ki Jai Ho, Bam Bhole ki, Om Namah Shivaya. In our Kathmandu, in the city of Kathmandu, the common practice is to carry the dead body to the ghat. Now, of course, we have got electrical crematorium. But what I am essentially trying to tell you today is something new, which is being practiced in the US. It has been approved in many states. There is a news item today. This process of disposing the human body has been approved in the state of New York City. That is how the news came into being. What happens is that the dead body, what is done, what is carried out, the procedure is to close the dead body into a vessel, into a container which contains wood chips, which contains alfalfa, and which also contains some other thing, and close the lid tightly and keep that for at least 5-6 weeks. Now, inside the vessel, the dead body or the human remains or the cadaver will undergo certain changes. First, it will bloat, which happens in outside temperature also. Then there will be discharge, fluids coming out. Then there will be foul smell coming out. And there is stench. The rotting of the dead body, which can be prevented also by what is called, by the process of injecting some chemicals, what is called embalming, if the dead body is to be kept for certain length of time, or keeping in the ice, so the cold temperature will retard decomposition. Now what happens is, now let's go back to this human body composting. What happens is that slowly the dead body will disintegrate after going all these processes, and that is accelerated by the other things, other materials, other things which are kept side by side inside the vessel. And finally the dead body turns into soil. Apart from burial, apart from cremation, this is a new process which will which is more environmental friendly, does not require spaces for burial. It does not require the cadaver to be burnt, emitting a lot of smoke, which is not environmentally good. All that is required is just a vessel to be kept and then turning it into soil. And the soil can be given. They give the soil to the relatives after checking the bacterial content, and the relatives can take the soil, put them in their garden. Very novel procedure. We all have to go. जाए तो जाए कहाँ, समझेगा कौन यहाँ. वही समझेगा जो रहेगा मिट्टी में, जो मिट्टी रहेगा वही हमें आपको सबको समझेगा. सो तलाश करें, खोजें. इसी तरह से एक दिन सबको जाना है, सबको जाना है. काल का पहिया घूमे भैया, लाख चले तो इंसान चले, लाख चले तो इंसान चले. जय हो, जय हो, जय हो.